create a new part. Let's go open our file. Let's go back into Part Studio. Let's turn this part off so we don't have to see it. Create a new sketch. And this time we're going to use some different features we haven't used before. Left click on the front plane. Let's go up here, and instead of a line, we're going to use this rectangle tool. So left click on the rectangle, left click, bring that over, hover over the center point of that plane, left click, and then drag this out. And we're going to set our dimensions. So left click again, hit escape. Let's go up to the dimensions tool. Let's hover over this top part of this line, and let's left click on that and drag this out, and let's go 2.75. And then let's go down here. Let's hover over one of these lines. Actually, let's go to this one. And let's go left click, drag that out, and let's go 7 inches. And now we can close that out. We're gonna go up here to extrude. We're going to hit left click on that, and we want it to be solid new, and then the face that we want is face here of sketch 1. We want this to be blind in this direction, 1 inch. And now let's go to isometric view, and you can see how that extended out in that direction. Now let's close that out. So we're going to go back to the front plane, and we're going to go up here to sketch, and we're going to scroll over to front plane, left click on that, center point circle, and we're going to create 3 of these. So we're going to go up here to this line, right to the center of the line, and let's drag that down. And now let's go left click and drag that one out. Left click again, pull that away, and we're going to do the same. We're going to create 3 of these. So let's go down, center part of that line. Let's put another one close to the center. Let's left click and then drag that out. Left click again to stop that. Let's get back on that center line, dragging that down, and we'll repeat that process. Left click and then hit escape. Now let's set some dimensions. So let's set this one about a 1/2 inch from the top. So we clicked on the top line and the diameter of that circle, and let's go 0.49. That's close enough. All right. 0.76. Let's actually make it a little bit larger. Now let's select the center of this and the center of that one, and let's go over here and let's create the distance between those, 2.75 inches. 2.75. Alright, that's good. Let's change this circle to a 0.76. And let's set the diameter of this one at 0.76, hit enter, and let's set the distance between the outer part of that the diameter of that circle we selected, and let's also select this line here, and let's go out here, and let's make that 0.25, so 1/4 inch. That'll move that one down. And then let's select that center point, this center point. Let's draw that out, and that should be 5.5 inches. That's where we want it, so we'll just leave it there. Close it out real quick. Let's go to isometric view. I'm going to bring us back around so we can see those. And let's go back to extrude. So we're going to left click on that, and we want this to be solid but remove. And we're going to go through all, and then we'll set the direction going this way. And we need to go and select those parts. So just the outer diameter of those that we just created. So that should be face of sketch 2. I'm going to right click and hold it down just so I can make sure that went through. Yes. Now we're going to go to top view, and we're going to create a new sketch here. We want it in the top plane. We're going to go center point circle. Let's go to the center of this line and drag out. Let's draw that out, and we want this to be 0.53. So we left click to stop, and we'll do the same thing over here. We'll find the center point, we'll come out, we'll left click and draw that out. Alright, let's go up here to the dimension tool, and let's make that one 0.53. We'll make this one 0.53 because we've got to run half-inch tubing, so we want to make sure if we get some shrinkage that it'll still be able to run through. Alright, that's good. So I hit enter. Oops, there we go. A little bit of a delay. Let's set this distance between this diameter, or this edge of the circle, and the line here. Let's set that to 0.25. And let's do the same thing over here. Let's select the outer part of the circle on the edge. Let's draw this out, and 0.25. Alright, that looks good. Back in, and we're going to extrude these. So let's go up here and select left click on extrude, left click on this circle, and on the outer diameter of that circle. And let's go make sure it's solid, remove. And we want to go through all, so let's go down, left click on through all, and we can just keep it going in that direction. And let's see if there are any other settings. I don't think so. Let's look at that and see if that looks right. It does. And it's going in that direction. You see the arrow right here indicating the direction that it's going. Alright, that looks good. Let's close that out real quick. Let's scroll out on this. Now we need a connection. We're going to sketch front plane. We're going to select center point circle, and we're going to draw that out. And I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to go up here to the dimension tool. I'm going to left click on that, and that's going to be 1 inch. Alright, that's good. So let's close that out. Alright, let's hit sketch, top plane. Let's select our line tool. Let's hover over the center, left click, draw that out, and then draw that out again, close to the angle that we want. Draw it out again and hit escape. Let's go up here to the dimension tool. Let's make this one 1.25. Alright, that's good. And let's make this one 2 inches because it's going to be just above the surface of this other part. So there's 2 inches there. We kind of need to see this other part to be able to do this in the way that we want. Let's go to the sketch fillet tool. Let's select this line. Let's select this one. And let's draw that out a little bit. Whoops, that's too far. Let's draw this out. And let's double click on that and go 0.5. There we go. And then we'll draw that out so that you can see that that's the radius of the bin. Let's left click on this line, left click on this line, and let's draw that out. Ooh, man, that's really close to the angle we want. Let's go 132. Let's hit enter. I measured this out on a frame that I built before, and I'm hoping that's what we need. Now let's go to this angle, good, and let's close their sketch out. Let's go over here to sweep. Let's select the outer part of that circle for the face, and then let's left click on swept path up there on the sweep 11. Let's left click there again on that second segment and on the third. Let's close that out. Let's make sure it's new, so not just add. And let's close that out. And now let's hollow that out. So select that and let's scroll around, select that circle, and then we'll change that to 0.2385. Let's go transform. Let's go X, Y, and Z. I'm going to select this one. I'm going to draw this up. There we go. It doesn't accidentally go into one of those. All right, so now we're going to move that over slightly, and I want to move it up. And let's look. Yes, that's what I want to see. I want to see that actually get printed all the way through. All right, let's go left. That looks good. Connect these, and how these are going to go together, I think it would be easier to have one, and I think it'll be strong enough to have one. So let's left click on part 12, let's left click on part 13, and let's go to Boolean. Now those are merged. Boolean, we hit the check mark, and let's go right click, rename. Let's go front and back frame connection. Close that out. And let's change the color. So let's go edit appearance, and let's just go ahead and keep it blue. There we go. Check that. We're gonna mirror image, and we're gonna do a new part. We need to select what we want to mirror. Select here, and that's going to be our mirror plane. We've got to make sure it stays new part, and then we can close that out, and we'll go up here to transform, and we'll do X, Y, and Z, and we'll select the part we want to move, and we'll move that over so that we can see that those are two different parts. We need to do that so that when this other one prints, it'll print. Because we can't just flip-flop this other one because there are different dimensions between these holes here. Let's look at that. Alright, that looks good. So now, let's go ahead and rename that other part. So that's going to be part 13, front and back frame connection. Go down here and right click, and we'll hit export. And we've got it named part 13, so that's good. We'll go ahead and export that out. And let's go file, import. We need part 13. There we go. And we want to move that over on that face, and let's drag that over. Let's scroll around. I'm going to left click there. Alright, so you can see, even if I rotated these in the same direction, there's a difference. This one is a 1/2 inch here and a 1/4 inch there. This one's a 1/2 inch on this side, 1/4 inch on that side. So if you flip these around, you can see. Alright, let's go ahead. I don't know if I have supports enabled. Let's preview it, just in case. Oh, it doesn't need supports. Good. So now we can go print plate and go ahead and print from here.